When asked if it had been affecting him, he said, "No, I would not say I'm a person who struggles with pressure mentally. I've been through a lot in the last couple of years, and I've been Manchester United captain for nearly 4 years. You take a huge lot of responsibility and everything that comes with it, and that is a lot of bad as well as good. Of course, my England career is a big priority, and so is my club career." He went on to say, "I considered everything, and I know at the moment, when I've not started a game in the first 4 games of the season, the story comes to me. At club football, I want to play games. I want to play football. The first 4 weeks were hard because it was 1 game a week and the manager didn't select me. But we have lots of games coming up now, and I'm sure I will play lots of games."
Oh, football can be a very cruel sport at times, and crowd they single out individuals. That's happened throughout the history of the game, and a strange confluence of factors has put Maguire in this position. It's mainly his trials and tribulations at Manchester United, I think, that have left him there. And unfortunately, he has become something of a punchline, and that's what crowds can do when they seize upon what they see as the vulnerabilities in the individual. It can be pretty brutal. I mean, the consolation I would offer is that it does pass quite quickly, and the spotlight moves on.
Where I think that the line should be drawn is the ridicule, and he has become a pantomime villain, hasn't he? And it's difficult for him to deal with. That is what is clearly upsetting Southgate from certain parts of the media, I guess, and then it feeds into fans. The England fans are great with him. They were supportive. They really backed him to the hilt. But I do wonder whether Southgate raising it again in such a passionate way will only almost give it more oxygen, and I wonder what sort of reception in the next few weeks. But listen, I don't doubt him. When Maguire says I'll get through it, he'll get through it.
Maguire's focus now returns to Manchester United, and the level of his involvement against Brighton on Saturday may depend on the fitness of Lisandro Martinez.
Maguire replaced the injured Martinez during the second half of the defeat to Arsenal, but the Argentinian's issue is not thought to be too serious.
I have no doubt at all that if Harry Maguire was playing week in and week out for Manchester United, then I think it would be Maguire. But I think while he's out of the United team, and indeed while Calvin Phillips is out of the Man City team, I think they remain in the squad. Southgate's that loyal, and I respect that. I do think, I think players, want to trust the manager, and it's a two-way street, and I do respect that. But I'm not sure that really you can justify putting him in the starting lineup for so much longer.
I just want to turn our attentions now to Richarlison. He's been on international duty with Brazil. Players will often give interviews about their club time whilst on international duty. He says, Sam, that he's going to get psychological help to help with his goal drought. What have you made of this? He's been very public and been quite courageous in talking about his mental health.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be worth a try. I mean, he's clearly doesn't quite look right. I mean, he was signed, remember, the summer before last as a cover for Harry Kane, and that was always a difficult role to fulfill, given that Kane, before he left Spurs, was just always played. I mean, he was never injured. He was always in the side, and the chances that Richarlison got, he never really took them. He suited the Everton team that he played in, I felt, a lot better than the Tottenham one that he found himself in, and he struggled to get. I mean, to be fair to him, last season was pretty turbulent for Spurs. They went through a fair few managers. But I think he needed that run of games. That was always the feeling I got with him, that he was quite a rough and ready kind of player, and needed to play himself into form. And he never got that at Tottenham, and he struggled for a place in the team. But yeah, I mean, I think footballers nowadays are much more open about these sort of things.